Hi there, my name is Sydney and welcome back to She Dreams in Green. Today I have a little video prepared for us. We're going to get into this cabinet behind us, which is what I'm calling my Anthurium cabinet, and I'm going to take you on a plant tour, so come along. So this is basically where the cabinet resides, next to a north-facing window, which I thought was south for the longest. But it is a, let's see, the shorter Millsbow wide. And I got this from someone off of Marketplace, and it already had this GE light here. So I don't know a whole lot about the lighting situation. They also gave me these little shelves and the pegboard. It had more to it, but this is just how it ended up looking. So let's get into it. So we're gonna start half by half, so I'm not letting out all of the humidity at once. Let's get started. Okay, so for the majority of the cabinet, it's anthuriums. There are a couple in here that aren't anthuriums. I will tell you about them as well. Um, but they're just kind of snuck in here, right? They're just kind of like, it's wintertime. So a lot of these just got like squished in because the spots that they normally lived, well, it was cold. So this is a rehab situation. It used to be a lot fuller. It's a begonia red kiss. Yeah. I got that for free actually. Okay. So we'll start with one of the sadder looking anthuriums. This is actually a Queen Anthurium that we got from the Dallas Plant Con. It had some root rot when it came, and then it just kept getting worse. So I've stripped the roots, as you can see. Let's see. But it looks like it looks in good condition. And if you can tell right there, there's a little root that is growing, this baby. So we're not totally done. We're not done. And it hasn't dropped this leaf. It came with 2 leaves. I cut the other one off because it looked disgusting. This one also looks disgusting, but it's not yellow yet, so we're gonna let it stay. Okay. Okay. Let me tell you about this. This is from Wild Roots, which is actually located in New Braunfels, which is my hometown. It's a purple yerble by Dorito Anthurium. So it's in a 4-inch or 3.5-inch pot. My husband got it for me off of Palm Street. Now look at that. Okay. It doesn't pick up well on the camera, I've decided, but that main vein here and the little sinus is very like baby pink. I love a flat sinus, a wide sinus. Like you can kind of see its potential from this leaf here. Hopefully you can see that. And it's putting out a little baby. Aww. So I'm super excited about this one. This is probably, I mean, I have a lot of plants, but this is like top 10 for me right now. For right now. Okay, so I pulled a couple more out from the bottom here. Let's start with this baby. Anthurium Not the Mama by Fairchild Crystallinum. This one actually I got from Palm Street from Steve's Leaves, which is one of my favorites. They're right here in the DFW. And this came with 6 seedlings in the pot, and I don't need 6. And I don't really love a super full, maybe some people like that. I don't really like a super full pot because I feel like then they're competing for resources and they're kind of crowded. Although it's good for humidity, it's just not my style. I like 2 max to a pot. So anyways, I have 1 in here, and then there's another little seedling that doesn't have any leaves right there next to it, this bad boy. And then I separated the rest. I'm gonna grow them for a little bit and then probably sell them off or give them to a friend. Look at that. Again, I really like a dark, wider, flatter sinus, dagger shape, that whole thing. So I don't know if this is gonna exactly have it, but I do like the shape that the characteristics it's already showing. Okay. This is another favorite, okay? Look at her. Look at her real serious, like. Okay, you can't because it's not focusing. Whatever, dude. Anthurium Not the Mama Forgetii by Amelia's Delight. Another Steve's Leaves. A lot of these are from Steve's Leaves or Wild Roots because that's just how I roll these days. But I I love this one. You can't, it's probably not picking up on the camera, maybe. It's got that velvety, like blue shift, not shift, but like a sheen. It's velvety, which is another favorite characteristic of mine. Beautiful. I messed up the emergent. I will always mess up an emergent. That's just my curse, I think. And look at those new Rudies coming in. Boom, baby. So cute. I love. All right, we got lots of Not the Mama crosses. I'm realizing I didn't realize it until now. This is Anthurium Not the Mama by Novelty G Pap. Another Steve's Leaves. We actually did a Steve's Leaves tour during PlantCon weekend, and they had some plants to shop after the tour, and we got this there because, again, look at this shape. You get it. Are you starting to understand? All this damage is from me. It didn't come like that. I did that because this was kind of still hardening off when it came to me. I just recently transitioned this to perlite, the big size 3 into perlite. So far so good. I see new Rudies coming through. It's pretty small, and I have a history of killing them when they're this tiny. So I'm hoping. You guessed it, it's from Steve's Leaves, right? It is a Zara Michelle by Indoport. I love an Indoport, okay? So this one is from Steve's Leaves. Don't look at that. Look at the characteristics on this. Again, it looks very similar to my other favorites, and there's a reason for that, because it's cute. It's got, it's more waxy than some of the other ones, but just a hint of velvet, okay? And look at the sinus on that baddie. She's cute. She's cute. She's still small. She's in LECA. Her root system, if the camera will show you, is pretty good looking. I don't have any holes in this pot, but I just leave a tiny bit of water in the reservoir at the bottom. Well, it's not a reservoir, is it? It's just at the bottom. And we have a new leaf coming through. Can you see her? You can. I also have her sister, because there came 2 in the pot. Actually, came like 3 in the pot. The other one was too small and is rehabbing, but this is her sister. Her sinus isn't nearly as pronounced as her sister, which I think is interesting. So I'm going to wait on this and decide which one. It's probably going to be the wide sinus, but you know, if I want to sell it, or if I just want to keep it for myself and have 2. This is not an Anthurium, but this is in the Anthurium cabinet. It is a bunch of corms. Can you tell what that is? It's a messed up regal shield. These corms were just thrown in here by none other than my son, who is an alocasia dude. So this is his. So this alocasia is actually mine because she's so pretty. I'm not super into alocasia these days because they tend to break my heart. But we like her, and so she's staying. This is her newest leaf. Not sure if it looks good on camera, but okay. And so these I'm not going to take out for obvious reasons. It's just hectic. That back there is from Steve's Leaves. It was beautiful when I bought it. It's rehabbing now. It's a Sissa silver form. And this is a goldfish plant called Chocolate Soldier. It's a cross between 2. Look at the, yeah, you can see it on camera. I fucking love this plant. It was in my bathroom, but it's too cold in there now. So she lives here, and look, she's so happy. The new growth on her, you can see how it's like more, I don't know, pinky at the end. Those are newer leaves. Yeah. Jose Bueno. That is probably going to outgrow this freaking cabinet after this next leaf evicted. Okay, so earlier I mentioned the Fairchild Crystallinum cross from Steve's Leaves that had a bunch of babies. These are some of them. They're tiny. Look at that. Look at all those little leafers down there. So there's one more in the back, and I'm not going to bring it out, but trust. This side is a lot more full, I feel like, and so I'm going to try and just work my way inwards. So this one I got for my son. This was his first Anthurium. It's a Rad Lux cross, and it's putting out a new baby leaf. Yeah, so cute. I don't really like super textured rubbery, but for some reason, since having this, it's really grown on me. And I'm excited to see it get big. It hasn't given me any problems either. Like, I literally got it in this cup. It's been in this cup. It's in a chunky mix. Um, it doesn't scream and shout. It doesn't cause any drama. So she can stay, you know? Okay, another Wild Roots baby. I actually got this recently. This is one of my newer ones that I got when I was visiting home, visiting New Braunfels last weekend or the weekend before. Last weekend. It is Lineage 2.0 by Houdini number 2. Now, I've been wanting a Houdini number 2 cross. It is a variegated Anthurium from that Wild Roots has. I don't know if I'm sure they bred it, but anyways, I like it, and I've been wanting a cross. So look at the blister. Look at the blistering. It almost looks like lightning, and it's also kind of giving like a face. I don't know. Maybe that's too much. It almost gives like skull vibes. I love. And there's 2 in the pot. I'm thinking since it's small, I'm just gonna leave it alone. I don't want to fret with it at all. This is another Wild Roots Anthurium that my husband got from Palm Street. It's putting out a new leaf. Um, it's a no ID. Don't care. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Everybody who loves Anthuriums knows that it doesn't need to have a fancy name to be gorgeous. So it's got 2 good sized leaves. Like, this is just about the size of my face. And then let's see. We have a little, it looks like either an offshoot or another little seedling, probably a baby seedling. And it's putting out, remember, see, it's putting out something there. So amazing. So this is a rehab that I've actually like killed and brought back to life a couple of times now. It's called, I think it's a Carla BVEP cross. I have the tag somewhere. Oops. I have the tag somewhere. I don't know off the top, and I should probably label this to be safe. Let me see if I can give you a better look. It's doing fine in here after all the drama. It has 2 growth points. You can see that fuzzy little root in there. Yeah. So I just have her in leca. I keep a little reservoir at the bottom of water. And ignore it is key. I did have it up there on the top, but it started to bleach the little seedling leaves. So she's back down to the bottom in the back. Okay, here goes some of my favorites. Okay, first off, this little daggery girl, Pat by Gigi from Steve's Leaves. She's in a weird setup right now because she was kind of outgrowing these little self-watering pots, a 3-inch. But I didn't want to disturb her because this is a new leaf. Look at how, like, yeah. This is a new leaf, and so I didn't want to disturb her, but I needed to give her more support because she was flopping over. So this is like the makeshift situation. This is just about hardening off. I'll probably wait another week or so, and then I'm going to give her her true final resting place before she probably gets huge. So this cutie is not an Anthurium, but do you see it? Like, do you really see it? So she looks like a little tree. Love her. This is one of my husband's first begonias. It's the Almifolia dark variant, and it came down. We had about a round of powdery mildew, and we had it twice this year. And on the second round, this plant got pretty badly beat up. That's why it is kind of like, it's tall, so it looks like it would be like a bigger plant, but the leaves are pretty small because these are all new leaves. The older leaves were much bigger. You can see like this, I think, is an older leaf. This is an older leaf compared to the size of like these newer leaves here. Like, those are all new. yeah, it was sad. I thought it was gonna die. I even cut a little bit of it, even though my husband begged me not to. I wanted to see if I could save it. So what I ended up doing for the powdery mildew, for anyone who's wondering, chopped off all the bad leaves, and I just kept treating it with like milk and antifungal, like a rosebud. No, not rosebud. Ooh, I'll have to find the name. It's like a rose bush antifungal, anti whatever the hell. And it worked. So yeah, one last beautiful, beautiful. This is another one of my husband's babies. Another queen, and I get it. I get the allure of the queen because I too have had several queens that I've killed. I think this is my third and fourth queen. And there's two in the pot here, so it could be technically third, fourth, and fifth. He bought this off of Wild Roots off of Palm Street on one of their live sales. And we picked it up when we were in town. This is the biggest leaf on the first plant. Good size. It hasn't given any like drama since being in the cabinet. On these, the second plant, I think this is the largest leaf. So still pretty small. I got this off of Palm Street. It is a Goliath by Blue Pap. I put it in soil because it was in one of those brownie things, brownie plug. I bought this from Green Escape on Palm Street, and it was just a little 2-inch plug. It looks like it's about to put out a new leaf. You can see something's brewing there. Um, and I'm into the Goliath of it all. So we'll see what happens here. So as you can see, this thing is dying. I got this from PlantCon for a good price. It's a Carla, and it came with rot. I thought we were like fixing it, like I thought it was okay after I took off the rot. Well, the rot kept on. It wasn't okay. And it was also a fresh import. So it's just like super stressed out. And now has no roots, no roots, no signs of growth either. Like, so I literally just shoved it in this cup with leca. And I'm just like, I don't know. Only the strong survive around here. You can figure it out or don't, and I'll be sad, but like, please. Okay, another baddie that I got from Blinkon, um for a freaking good price, man. I didn't think I was going to get to have one of these. It is a Delta Force sinus. This is damage that it came with. This was the newest leaf that was hardening off when I bought it, so it's a little bit smaller than that leaf, right? About the size of, or the length of my hand. Um, and I just love it to pieces. The roots look really good. Let's see if I can find, like, you can see that new root growth there. It's doing its thing, man. It's like trying, and it wants to live. And I really appreciate a plant that wants to live, because so many times they want to die. Why? This is a Steve's Leaves Batty, Anthurium Magnificum by Silver Blush by Variegated Ace of Spades Pap. When I got her, she had one leaf and a little speck of orange on the leaf, right? Like it was on its way out or something was brewing. It did continue. And I figured by what was like I did some research and I tried to figure out what was going on. And ultimately I came up with that it needed to be maybe like flushed with distilled water, because of maybe like salt buildup. I think, anyways, she's doing okay. I mean, we're gonna lose this leaf, and that's fine. I love her still. I really like the dark velvety leaf, the minimal veining. Like, you can see her potential. She's got these high lobes, which is interesting. Um, I put some moss around her roots, and they just like freaking took off. They're so cutie pie. So she's also in a chunky perlite and a self-watering setup. Her roots down on the bottom, I mean, they're there, but they're not doing anything really special. So these more are the ones that I'm relying on. No new leaf as of right now. She's probably stressed out from whatever I did to her. So, okay, and I think that concludes the situation. I didn't show you these earlier, but I have these two fans that came with the cabinet whenever I bought it off of Marketplace. And those babies keep the airflow. If I feel like this had some fungal and that had some fungal shit going on, so I put those in front of the fan to keep it at bay. This little humidifier helps me to bring up the humidity, especially like now the heater being on kind of strips the humidity. So, anyways, if you are still here watching at the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.